All right, we are back. Thanks for your patience, everybody. We are back with StahlbolzenSC2 for StarCraft.
Good job. Yeah, that's right.
Okay, he's going to be running one of the coolest Mega Man speedruns, Rockman X2. Stahl, I'll leave it up to you. Good luck.
Oh, thank you very much. Hello, yeah, I'm StahlbolzenSC2. Going to show you the 100% category of Mega Man X2. I will be mainly running, not much talking. Talking will be done by somebody else, named by Giochi. Hello, what up?
Hello, everyone. Yes, my
Yep.
name is Giochi. Happy to be here. Happy to commentate, do this beautiful run. Some people call it a made-up category, but everyone knows that only 100% is the real deal.
It's
So,
the
Star,
main
are you
category
ready?
on the leaderboard. Don't.
Yes, it is.
It's a fact.
It's a fact. So, are you ready?
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna need to
Alright.
start the game, and I hope you can
Alright,
see
I
the
will
screen
count you
then.
down from 5 to 0, and then we can start with a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Good luck to you. And we will see now the beautiful time with Mega Man X and his best friend, the green biker dude. We stacked up on numbers in the Maverick army, and now we're one less again. A few months after, after Mega Man X1, we tried to decimate the remainings of Sigma's army, charging through the stage. Someone was very mad to the Maverick Hunters, so Mega Man X, the good guy, is here to take care of that. The intro, as in basically every Mega Man X game, very straightforward. A few dashes here and there. Good thing here, compared to Mega Man X1, from now on we will always have the dash as a default ability, so the game starts right away. A big fat Maverick is here, but easily taken care of. From Stahlbolzen with a few buster shots. 5 shots in total, I think. Recharge and remembrance.
The big bosses are always the weakest in in these games.
Yeah, that's kind of a rule. Like, the bigger the boss, the easier they fall. And now we see 3 secret silhouettes, the so-called X-Hunters, which, by the way, is the subtitle of the game. It's called Mega Man X2, I think, versus the X-Hunters, something like that.
I think in English it's Counter Hunter, right?
Something like that. It's definitely
Decent translation.
something among those. First boss now is Wire Sponge. Stahlbolzen getting every item, every hype tank, and every sub-tank, as well as every capsule upgrade. He jumped into the wall there to get the first hard tank, and is now opting to get the first sub-tank with one of the hardest jumps. First try, we all saw it. Easily taken care of.
It's okay.
And now we are rushing through the stage. Ooh, the elevator not too nice to us, but no problem.
It's not the last difficult elevator in this game. There will be more.
So as you can see, we have some features in this game as well. Like every Mega Man X game, the stages change from time to time. In this stage, for example, we have weather changing. We saw some rainy parts, some sunny parts. This is totally up to chance, so they can go sunny or rainy. We want rain as often as we can. So now we're going to do the first boss, the Angry Sponge, as we like to call him. Stahlbolzen is trying to get, I think it was 11 shots in before trying to get him into this exact pattern for the remaining of the fight, because after 11 shots... Ooh. Okay.
I had to trigger.
You triggered it, unfortunately. This is what we tried to avoid. We tried to avoid the Angry Sponge, the Rage mode, because most bosses in this game have something called a Rage mode or a Desperation attack or whatever, starting with this game.
Whoops.
So avoiding that saves a few seconds, but easily taken care of nevertheless. explosions take the angry zucchini, as
I
it's
just-
called in chat.
Yeah, I just made you a little bit louder because I saw it in the chat. I hope Georgie is now a little bit louder.
Yeah, I hope you guys can hear me better now.
I can cut him down if you want.
Yes, that is
Between
chat.
stages.
Chat pointed out something very good. If you hit him with a very specific weapon for the kill, you can, for example, cut him in half, which is a nice little gimmick.
Maybe I have to show it later. I hope not, but maybe it can happen.
Maybe. So now we're into the second stage, the alligator. Alligator, a very straightforward stage as well for the time being. Later it gets a bit technical, but first we get one of the most important upgrades, the first capsule.
Capsule RNG.
Dr. Light still hiding some more capsules for us because he figured 4 or 5 are not enough. We need another set of 20 or 30 different capsule upgrades. This one is the Buster upgrade, the first double shot we get in the series.
Best upgrade in the series by far on the SNES. Buster
Oh,
upgrade.
definitely. Greatest
Three is the
Buster
worst.
upgrade there is.
X3 Buster
So
upgrade is
now,
the worst.
the right armor we only see twice, I think, in the whole game, unfortunately. I think this is one of the coolest right armors there are. Like, that one is looking so good.
Hello? Shoot.
So he's now using the... Oh! Stahl was trying to
Too
use
slow.
the iframes here to push
It's okay.
himself up the wall and get the heart tank. Let's see. Let's get it again.
There you
Now it's no
go.
problem. No problem at all.
Checkpoint right there, so it's fine.
Yeah, minimal time loss.
Yeah, 4 frames, couple.
But this stage is very annoying with a lot of spikes, we have to be honest here. Now we're trying to avoid riding the slow platform with some decent wall kicking. Climbing up again, so we can see the sunlight in a few seconds. Beautiful. Just to go back into the dark part. And now we go into the boss fight. Boss fight, very technical. There is a beautiful quick kill, which Stahlbolzen will try to show us now. Let's see if he gets it. One, two, three.
No!
Very unfortunate. So the idea is that after a hit from his weakness, he will always go down into the mud. But if we can hit him right before he goes down and his iframes go away, we have like a few frames of a window where we can hit him. We can infinitely chain that. Oh, and there he got us. But Stahlbolzen mashed 3 easily. So as we can see, he's always trying to hit him before he's
scam.
going back into the mud. Zips. Throwing out some razor blades. And now we got him. Well done.
Yeah. Every time he
So that-
tries to dive into the pit, you try to chain him at a small window.
Yeah, you have a few frames. I think it's a very like tedious fight, because if you try to do the fight without the quick kill, it can take forever because he can come up, give you like 1 or 2 seconds, and then go down again. And doing the quick kill or doing it like Stahlbolzen like eliminates the element of randomness and it puts us all into his hands. So now the X-Hunters or Counter-Hunters decided to go into action, show themselves, and now we will have our first overworld additional bosses, additional mini-bosses. They jump into action onto the world map, and they're like in 3 stages now. And since we're playing the 100% version, we need to eliminate all of them as well. We're going into Flame Stagger now. The order in which those bosses spawn in the stages is always set as long as we do not die or game over or leave the stages. So that is why we cannot afford too many mistakes. Like a game over definitely screws up your whole run. We have to be honest here. But let's not go that far. So now we're climbing up the lava shaft, getting a hard tank on the side, already collected the sub-tank of the stage. Now we enter the first of the 3 additional boss fights against, I think, Sergis is his name?
Yep.
Yes, it's Sergis.
Dr.
Very
Wally.
annoying fight. Dr. Wowie.
Maybe.
So, very annoying fight. If we cannot get the perfect cycle, let's see. Unfortunately, Stahlbolzen missed it there. Very good attempt so far. Let's see. Here again, we have a small window where he is standing up before jumping up again and doing his pellet tornado cycle. We don't know what that is.
Super laggy on console.
Yeah. It is a super laggy attack, which can lose a lot of time. Luckily, we only got 3 of those, so no biggie. So now the wonderful climb here. Always looks so decent to climb up this section. Well done here. And now we're going into the boss fight. The regular boss fight. Flamestarter, one of the cooler bosses to fight, because it is not the classic room fight, but this fight can go up into the air because he jumps up and we, for optimal damage pumping, try to jump. To jump as well, like follow him a bit. He always jumps up, comes down. We get him with a dash lemon, which we try to use every time here. Changing his fire from red to blue only means that he's going into his rage mode or whatever.
Dead serious, yeah.
Yeah.
Desperation attacks, I think it's called.
Yeah, I think it's
Why
the
is it
best version.
X3? I think in X3 it's desperation attack.
In X3 it's well more refurbished, I'd say. But in X2 they definitely did the groundwork for the whole desperation attack thing that we later see in all the X games as a staple. Alright, the next boss is one of the most annoying bosses, but one of the coolest stages. We go to Overdrive Ostrich. He's called in English, I think, Sonic Ostrich. Ostrich. So we are dashing through the stage, first with the newly acquired Flame Burner, one of the coolest weapons in order to save time, because we dash a lot, or extend our dashes a lot, and now we drive on the cool bike we saw in the intro. Biggest part of the stage now is the drive on the bike. Pretty important now, we need to get down some of the bridges perfectly done, so we can get the hard tank that is here. Very close, but well done. StahlbolzenSC2 runs into the wall, crashes. The card got the hard tank and got the capsule.
I still wanted to crash the bike on purpose. Usually you jump off way earlier.
Well done. Now we get the first boot upgrade in the game for us. So now, in addition to dashing forward, we can also air dash, which comes in pretty handy later in the stages. And now, see StahlbolzenSC smash. See that? He mashes with all his might.
It's all...
Not cramping up. Yeah, we saved a lot of time here.
That was just a cutscene, guys. Relax.
Yeah.
Imagine being that fast.
Yeah. So now again, easy fight here. He basically always like crawls one time, and then either jumps up to do this weird whatever attack, or to dash into us. What we want is for him to jump as much as he can, because as you guys just saw, he's invulnerable when he's dashing, or when he's like crawling up towards us.
Yeah, good fight. Sometimes he is also jumping and dashing around the place all the time. And it's hard to dodge those kicks. But hey.
Yeah,
time
but
for a free donation.
Yeah.
yes, go ahead.
Dunderscore Gravy comes back with $20 and says, "Let's get it to a more even number. Let's go less than 3," and that brings us to $500. The first cool kind of milestone in marathons, right?
That's fast. And a lot of
That's
money.
pretty good.
Yeah, and that's not even all the Mega Man X this weekend. Thanks so much, everybody, so far, and back to you, Stahl.
Amazing support so far. Big thumbs up. Now we're in the obligatory water stage, because every Mega Man X has a water stage. Krabulos is the next boss. Mini boss easily taken care of. And StahlbolzenSC with the tricky dash to get the heart tank up here. I remember as a kid I never found that before I looked it up. I remember that. That is a pretty rough one to find on your own. Getting the heart tank, and now with a very precise jump getting the sub tank as well. As you can see, we use the flame burner weapon a lot to extend our dashes. One of the greatest tools the game has or gives us in order to speed. Now we have the second of the counter hunters.
Most annoying dude.
He's basically standing there using his big fat spiky ball in order to crush it into us, or he jumps about. Basically, that's all he does, but that is enough to annoy the runners big times. Because that spiky ball does one hell of a damage.
Yeah, and it's some patterns are just almost impossible to avoid, so you get a lot of hits in, and you need a lot of HP for the next boss.
Got easily taken care of. Now going into the real boss of the stage, Mr. Krabulos. The crab can annoy us in many ways. Let's see what he gives us as a pattern here. That's one of the better patterns. StahlbolzenSC trying to hug the right wall and catch him in the corner with the wheel. Perfectly done. Well done.
But he will get a second chance to screw us, so...
Most bosses will get a second chance to screw us over.
The tutorial against him is like a nail biter from the
What? Wait, what? The what? Don't spoil. Did you spoiler?
Hadouken?
What?
Wait.
Yeah, the Hadouken. Ah, the Hadouken, okay.
Zero Saber. Oh, wait.
Oh.
What's the wrong game?
So next on the list, we have Magna Centipede, one of the bosses I can never pronounce on Japanese. Let's see. Magna Hyakuleger.
Second biggest RNG factor.
But with a
the
very
biggest
cool
RNG
trick,
factor.
also pretty easily dispatched off. One of the coolest stages because we have an alarm system in the stage. Whenever we pass one of the alert cycles or zones, the whole stage or the whole passage of the stage we're in goes into alert mode and tries to throw everything at us, which is very funny because we definitely try to not getting caught. Ah, beautifully done. Getting the heart tank, the heart tank, I'm saying. The heart tank was earlier, the sub tank.
By the way, guys, remember this room? Maybe.
Very important room for later.
Maybe.
Now we only have a mini boss sword here, easily dispatched off.
Oh, we got the alert. Oh no.
We got the alert. Because we got the alert, those blocks are falling a bit faster, which I recently learned.
And if
they
you get
fall
hit
down.
by that arrow thing, the boss gets stronger here. So you need to be fast.
Yeah, we could have went into that arrow thing, so the boss gets an upgrade every time it catches us. But now we have the bare bones basic version, and as we can see, I think 8 of the fire attacks killed it easily. So now we're in alert mode anyway, because the boss realizes. Oh wait, something's going on. And now we're in the boss room. So there's a very cool strategy here. Let's see if StahlbolzenSC can nail it. Ooh, wonderfully done.
Easy first try.
Wonderfully done. This is the centipede quick kill tail spin glitch. So if he tries to use his tail in order to like surround us, which is what he usually tries, we can manipulate the parts of the tail in order to spin infinitely. So he will stay in this Makankusa pole position and try to hit us with that, but he's charging infinitely, and Piccolo, Centipede,
Yeah, but
says goodbye.
If he wants to, like, he can throw shurikens like 30 minutes and you can't do anything. Like, the glitch is like way faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun fact, it looks like Centipede is trying to put his contacts back in his eyes in that animation. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah, like that. Like I always compare it to the special beam cannon from Dragon Ball Z when Piccolo is trying to charge that one. It's like the perfect reference.
It also takes like 1 hour to charge, so yeah, fits well.
Or like 7 episodes.
Yeah.
So now we have the snail stage, the icy stage here. Now we are trying to get the heart tank with the cool boost glitch with the right armor, easily done. Yeah, wonderful. And now we're using... Whoop! And now we're using the flame burner even more. Dashing and speeding through the stage. Now there's a cool skip. Yeah, easily nailed. So, in common sense, the trigger was skipped with the use of the flame burner for the mini boss. So the mini boss, I don't even know exactly where the mini boss trigger is, but we just dash over it with the flame burner so we can skip it.
I think the flame burner creates lag so it doesn't get loaded. I think it's a technical tech behind it, but I'm not sure. Could be wrong.
Now we got one of the most useless upgrades ever, because the first Mega Man X upgrade and Mega Man X upgrade at least let us break some blocks. This one only shows us where hidden things are. So
it's a nice bicycle helmet.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. But as the chat says, it just does. It's correct. It exists. So we have to get it because it's a 100% item. Yeah, but it literally does nothing. Alright. And now the snail. Snail here going into a very weird pattern after hitting him with... Ooh, perfectly done. After hitting him with his weakness, he like is kicked out of his shell. Then we charge up the charged version of the Magnet Beam, and like by accident, it moves the same speed as Snail is walking or trying to get back into his shell. So perfectly done.
And the pattern is completely predetermined, except the very last one where you can go up, mid, or low, but you can like adjust your ball, your giant ball of destruction, and yeah.
And now we're going into the last of the 8 Mavericks, the Metamorphonos. The Moth. One of the funniest fights as a boss fight, because the half of the boss fight isn't even a fight. But you will see that in a sec. For now, we are getting the last heart upgrade and the last capsule upgrade. That one is pretty well hidden. Whoop. Very well hidden. The armor upgrade, which gives us the first Giga attack of the series. Nowadays, a staple in Mega Man X games, the Giga attack basically kills everything that is not a boss or a mini boss on screen in one hit, but must be recharged after being used. In this game, it's getting recharged by getting hit. Beautiful section here. And now we get to the mini bosses of the stage. We have a little. What is that, by the way? A little bug, a flying bug.
Parasite thing.
Parasite thingy. Yeah, he
this
like he infects the robo. A facehugger. Wrong game, but yeah. So he infects the little robo and is being disposed of quickly. Now we get to the last of the 3 X Hunters. Very similar, by the way, to Sigma from X1, I might say. He's putting out his beam saber here as well.
Yeah,
Very well.
The fight is free.
Yeah. The RNG in this fight is if he stays on the left or on the right or is dashing from left to right. If he stays on the left, we just bonk him, put the magnet shots into the wall, they create a little explosion, and with that he gets hit. Easily done. Maybe you ask, what for do we kill those 3 guys? In X1, Zero was unfortunately killed. Maybe some of you remember. Rip. Maybe some of you remember. And the parts of Zero were stolen, like salvaged by Sigma's army. And the idea of Sigma was to rebuild Zero for himself, because we now know, with the power of hindsight, that at this point Sigma already knew who Zero was.
Yeah. And the thing is,
yeah.
Oh, continue.
Okay, and he already knew who Zero was and what his destiny was, so he tried to rebuild him for himself, but we snatched all the parts, so we will see what that will do for us. Now the half fight that isn't really a fight against the boss, or the moth in this instance, killing the cocoon, now dispatching of the moth. This fight can be really tricky if you don't use the flame burner, which is his weakness, but in casual gameplay without this weakness, I can tell you this fight is horrible.
His body contact damage is like, he doesn't look like that, but he can hurt you. He hurts you.
He hits hard. So very funny thing, by the way, where it is pretty common for 100% runs to have to be in need of doing revisits. In this run, we do not need to do any revisits. We got everything we need in the first visit of every stage, which is 8 hard tanks, 4 sub tanks, and the 4 capsule upgrades. Now we're in the big bad fortress of the Counter Hunters, so-called Counter Hunter 1. Enjoy one of the greatest songs this game has, or like the series has ever created. You gotta be honest. Very quickly jumping up here. Maybe you remember these guys from the intro, where they try to crush the left and right wall, but we always kill them right before, so they don't do anything. So let's see the last one, and we got the last one as well. Very well done. No wall crushing for us. Swapping to the weakness of the boss already.
Rip hands. Rip right hand. I think this is the worst stage for A-dashers. A-dashers really hate this stage.
It's horrible. And now we see the first refight, because those 3 guys only escaped. We didn't kill them so far. But now, as we can see, very rough fight. We charge up our bubble shield and stand there. And now we got him.
But
now he is down.
That's just a warm-up for the most difficult stage. Maybe. Next one is like... difficult.
And now we get to the first of the, let's say really rough or tricky stages. Very crucial trick now coming up for Stahlbolzen. So-called elevator skip of X2. And save up to, 25 seconds? A full cycle?
I think like around about 20.
20, 22, whatever. Let's see. First we get in a small water section. getting through all these stupid wall huggers. And now we shall see what happens. Spikes everywhere. Wonderfully done. Number 1. And got the full...
Ah! No! I slipped
So
out.
close. So we already had that. Very, very close. So the idea was to skip the whole cycle of that platform that went up in order to save like 20 seconds. Now we had to wait for
That's
it to
okay.
come back.
At least we didn't
It's
die.
totally fine. Which can happen as well due to all the spikes. But this is a very cool trick. You can save a lot of time with just going up and saving one full cycle. Now we go to the second refight against Sergis.
He likes
now,
his machines.
yeah, since he is a machine guy, we try to already kill 2 of the little
that is one.
whatever cannon towers,
Movies.
shieldy things. Easily disposed.
I mean,
And now
there are also rumors that this guy is like somehow connected to Dr. Wily, and that's why he's like loving his machinery. And also, like, if he still has his like shield up, he's like joking at you all the time. And after you like killed that wall thing, he's like, "Oh shit, I'm in danger."
that does sound like Dr. Wawi.
Yeah.
And I think in the Japanese version he does make some references to
Yeah, he knows stuff
to Zero.
what he couldn't know actually.
Yeah, so he makes some references about things that he couldn't know, or like there's no way of knowing for him if he wasn't Dr. Wily. But yeah. And now the last refight stage against the Counter Hunters. Count on the 3. The first one with a different, more dark music tune.
Yeah, rip good music.
Yeah, sadly. But good music is coming back very soon. Alright. Going up here. Using a beautiful technique which is called neon jumping, charging and releasing, like charge shot, releasing and jumping in the same moment, something like that, right? Let's see, beautifully
Yeah,
done.
2 things: release neon, and then you have a press neon thing, and yeah, you have to
Beautifully
shoot
done.
and jump at the same time while you dash. So you get your jump back kind of thing. You can, yeah, it
Yeah, you
kind of
can
resets your
refresh your
position.
jump.
Yeah,
You can refresh your jump after an air dash if you like release it. What that did for us here was we could have used the faster route in order to get the secret upgrade we just got now, which will be used here and now, right away, to potentially one shot. Yes.
and suddenly
potentially one shot.
the spikes don't hurt anymore. What a scam!
Oh no, there's an evil toilet paper roll holder. So correct.
He just stands on the spikes like a badass he is.
Yeah, the iframes are too strong. So now we have the Shoryuken. Compared to the Hadoken in X1, the Shoryuken is not a one-hit kill on everything it hits, but the Shoryuken does, I think, 8 damage per frame, which usually results in, like, if you hit a boss with at least for 4 frames, it's 32 damage.
It has a contact damage plus frame damage, I guess.
Oh, it's 16 plus 8 or something like that, right? Like contact 16 or something.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I just use it.
So sometimes you're unlucky and have to double hit
Yeah.
those guys. And this one you have to
So-
always double hit.
Yeah, because he's health capped. But from now on, the refights are happening. We need to refight all 8 Mavericks. But since we now have the Shoryuken, they might be a bit faster. I'm saying they might be a bit faster because that is never guaranteed.
Yeah, I'm doing extra round shortly to get more energy in my E-tanks. They can.
All
come
right,
in
let us
handy.
see. So this guy, for example, starts in his blue face,
Whee!
beautifully done, with the left Shoryu, I'm
Shoryu.
sorry,
Short frame
left
window.
Hado. Uh,
It's a very
there's
short
a very short frame window to get him with this sort of Shoryuken, Hado Shoryu, Street Fighter move, and easily done. So StahlbolzenSC is getting the little health packs here and there to secure that if he bonks into a boss on this refight, he can like just recharge his health, because of course we need to be full health in order to use the Shoryu. Jump over the ostrich, easily done.
Ooh, the next two ones are the most dangerous. Well, Gator can also be tricky, but he's just tricky. The next one are very dangerous to like completely mess up your run.
So let's see.
I mean, look
This
at
one
his smug face
is
and his blinking eyes.
Camus again. Let's see what RNG he gives us.
Nope.
He gives us
Okay.
good RNG. We saw there that the Shoryu input sometimes can be very tricky. That must be said as well, because for every guy who already played Street Fighter in their life, the Shoryu input is the exact same input as in Street Fighter. So you can imagine how annoying that input can be in a game that is a bit faster than Street Fighter.
Oh no.
Oh, let's see.
Yeah,
Oh, and there we got bonked.
that's okay. Come on, go up.
All right,
Safely.
we have a refill. No prob.
Oh no.
No problem here. Alright.
Nah.
And now we got it.
that
This
was
is
the
what
worst
can
pattern.
happen. That's why we get the health kits
Yeah.
here and there. Because even though we have the armor, even if only 1 HP is missing, it doesn't matter. Shoryu will not work anymore. But luckily for us, the 4 little health drops always respawn after a boss fight, so we can refill those tanks. So let's see. Ooh, that was a beautiful 2-hit combo. Shot Lemon into Shoryu. Like if this was Street Fighter, you would have like a little text on screen like 2-hit combo plus 1,000 points. So now we go to the little snail again. A snail, compared to every other boss, we need a little setup in order to show you him. Let's see if we can get that one. Because he can just... Ooh, and beautifully done. With a little glass.
I'm getting thirsty. Give me a moment. I need to drink something.
What we did here is, if we hit him with a Shoryu, in the moment he is in his iframes with the snail, we will actually despawn the snail, but the shell, but the boss still thinks the shell is to his right, so he will always rush to the right and try to recollect the shell. But we already despawned it.
Can we get a crystal gem for that?
And now the last one. And now again the Gator. Gator as well can be set up very well in order to be Shoryu'd instantly. Let's see.
Nah, I'm fully chaining
Oh
him.
well. Oh well, StahlbolzenSC is just showing us the quick kill. Is almost showing us the quick kill.
Nah.
That we didn't get the first time. This is how it's supposed to look. The first time we see Gator.
Oh, this last
But that was still very, very well done.
I think it's 4 frames for a chain shot.
Yeah, something like that.
It's not impossible, but it's definitely, you have to be precise.
And the problem is, like, his knockback is sometimes also RNG. He can just stay in the place, he can go back a little bit or go back like a lot. So you have to adjust all the time to his pattern to rechain.
Now we're going back. Now we're going back to a stage. Funnily enough, the stage select shows us we go to the counter under base, but we all know where this is. This is not the counter under base. This is Centipede stage.
Nope.
The alerts go off again because we walk back. We just want to have a nice dinner with Centipede again. And the alerts say no. Beautifully done again. And now the... Nice. And now the room we were before. But now, who's that?
No, Black Zero.
And this is the difference between the 100% route and the any percent route. After collecting all 3 of the 0 parts, this 0 standing by Sigma is going to be black instead of being the usual 0, and the real 0 saves us. He was shoryukening himself to the middle of the room in order to trigger a very cool skip now. So, got that one perfectly. Keeps the text box on the screen, pretty important, and is removing the second one that is overlapping, so now he can move freely and shoryukening while his health is filling. So he's invulnerable. So now StahlbolzenSC is invulnerable until he will do a second Shoryu, which he did standing inside of Wolverine Sigma and one-shotting him.
He can't hurt you as long as you don't show you again.
And now we come to the last boss, Sigma Virus.
Time will be, by the way, if the screen freezes.
Genau. Exactly. First Shoryu got that one perfectly. Second Shoryu got that one. Time perfectly done. That was a 40-24. Very well done, GG.
No, it's
Realize your pattern. Nobody can stop the timer.
Yeah, no one can stop it.
Where the time will stop.
Very well done. That was Mega Man X2 100% by StahlbolzenSC. GG to you. Very well done. It was a good run.
Yeah, GG to you as well, GOG. I find this is a very hard Mega Man game to commentate, especially like the Crystal Scale level where you're flying at like 3 times the speed. And there's like tricks and despawns and stuff. Any shoutouts for you, Stahl?
Yeah, my biggest issue was like where to implement the most important stuff about this run, like green biker dude who is dying, that this category is basically made up, and that we had the Dragon Ball Z reference. Those 3 things were pretty important.
Yeah. Yeah, it was all very nice run.
Definitely nice run.
Yeah, thank you very much for the commentary. Really enjoyed
Thank you for having me. Pixels for People, great event. Unfortunately, I overslept to submit, but well.
Next year.
Next year.
Yeah, thank you very much, Kada and crew, for making this possible, like Manix and Ahmad. Putting a lot of work into this. Yeah, it was overall a very nice run. I hope you enjoyed it, and I also hope that you enjoy the rest of the marathon. There's a lot of awesome gaming coming up. And don't forget to donate, for charity.
Yeah. Absolutely. And yeah, we are at $500 currently, but don't stop there. Keep donating, keep watching. The master of dashes and rolls, Ipe Ope, is coming next. I hope I gave him justice on his name. We'll just say JP. And don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. As for me, I'll be end of hosting for now, but I'll be well replaced with D&D Nat 21 coming for the next run. Stay tuned.